The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parks Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
A very pleasant good morning, racing fans, and welcome here to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. On the show this week, Keeneland is in the spotlight, the Shorten Keeneland meet. We'll take a look at the Grade 2 Bluegrass Stakes, where the filly Swiss Skydiver was going to try to do something that no filly had ever done. We'll have the Bluegrass coming up here in just a little bit. Our local race of the week is a first level allowance at a mile. Frankie Pennington was on board the favorite for trainer John Service. We'll see how those two made out. And we'll meet Harry Weiner, local trainer who is hot coming off of the break. And Dick, Harry started his career as a steeplechase rider in England. We'll talk about that with Harry when we bring him on in just a little bit. Hi, everybody. Keith Jones down on the beautiful first floor here at Parks Racing. My friend Dick Girardi, the best wingman in the business right here. And Dick, we'll talk about more of this when we get to Eye on Racing. Yep. But the Haskell Invitational later today at Monmouth Park, and it's going to have some local flavor.
Yeah, NY Traffic will be in there. Obviously, John Finelli owns, and Harry Weiner actually trained the horse at the beginning of his career. Chuck Zackney, Glenn Bennett are involved in the ownership group. He'll be one of the favorites. He's not going to be the favorite. Right. Authentic for Baffert will probably be the favorite, or certainly be the favorite. And he's only won the Haskell like, I don't know, 100 times. So he'll be dangerous. But yeah, it'll be interesting. That's a final prep for the Kentucky Derby.
Dick, when you talk about New York Traffic and look through his past performance lines, he is one of those horses that, as they say, has outrun his odds in his recent starts.
Yeah, and I think each of his 3 races this year, the Risen Star, Louisiana Derby, then the Matt Winn at Churchill, I think each has been progressively better than the one before. Now, if he can give us a little better than that, he's going to have a real chance to win this race. That's going to be an upset because if you beat Baffert and Haskell, it's automatically an upset.
And New York Traffic is one of those horses that is almost always forwardly placed, and that could make him dangerous. So we'll have our eye on the Haskell later this afternoon. Let's get to our local coverage now. Our local race of the week came for the Monday card. Dick, a first level allowance going at a mile. Purse here of $40,000. I thought this was a very interesting first level allowance. Number 3, Irish Cork is the favorite here at 7-5. As I mentioned, Frankie Pennington riding for John Service broke his maiden in a big way at Laurel back in earlier this season. And Dick, since that victory, he has gone off as the favorite twice at short prices and has lost both.
Yeah, last time he was 3-5, he was beaten 11 lengths. That was not what this horse does. I think you put him on the lead, maybe he runs a little better this time.
Dick, a very interesting second choice here. Number 1A, Informative. How often do we see Uriah St. Louis going off at 8-5?
Yep.
Dick, he was in the Grade 3 Gotham Stakes against Mischievous Alex. He was in the Grade 3 Matt Winn against Maxfield and against New York Traffic. It was huge odds in both of those. He's coming out of the Grade 3 Ohio Derby in a much more competitive spot. And Dick, when you look at the numbers, he's got the best buyers in the race.
No, his numbers are very good. But look, this is what Uriah does. He's looking to run 3rd, 4th, 5th in some of these big races. The horse is 1 for 12 and has won 91,000. So yeah, that's the play. But yes, this is an easier spot on paper.
You'd have to figure he might have a chance here at 8-5. Let's take a look at our local feature this week. Irish Cork around the first turn, getting some token pressure outside from Twixie Cat. Admiral Eastwood is 3 wide just off that pair. Good trip for Bird King, who now moves up at the inside a closer 4th. Informative goes to the backstretch 5th, racing about 4 lengths off the lead. Perfect Daydream down inside is last of the 6 as they head to the 5/8, 23-2. So that is a good first quarter for Irish Cork, who leads 3/4 of a length. Twixie Cat continues to track, Admiral Eastwood being ridden to keep up. On the inside, Bird King is only 2 lengths behind past the half-mile pole. 47-1 for the half. Informative yet to get on track to the back. On the inside, it's Perfect Daydream. So it's Irish Cork, who enters the far turn and is edged away to a clear lead. 3/8 to go. Irish Cork a length and a half. On the inside, Bird King now being asked to quicken. Bird King is 2nd. And Irish Cork, Jockey taking a look back here as Frankie Pennington has Irish Cork on a 2-length lead at the top of the stretch. Twixie Cat is 3 wide. Bird King is in between horses. Irish Cork coming under the whip as they turn for home. Bird King looks to attack with an 8 to go. Twixie Cat is 3rd inside the final furlong. Irish Cork in front. Bird King, though, looms a late threat on the outside. Here comes Bird King after Irish Cork. Irish Cork the inside. Bird King the outside. 70 yards to go. Bird King gets to the front. Dick, no Irish Cork, no Informative. How about the two Bird King at 5-2? Michael Sanchez up for Mike Pino. Rides a perfect trip just off the lead. Goes on to win by a length and pays $7.20 to win. Dick, this was the second start of his 3-year-old season. He ran 3 really good races as a 2-year-old.
Nice, good horse and perfect ride, as you said. And Michael looks like he may take the jockey's title from Frankie this year. He's well ahead at this point. Right. Dead heat last year. Michael going for solo win this year.
Well, let's get to our first break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing. We have our national coverage, but first we're going to be trainer Harry Weiner. We'll be back with Harry after this.
Looking to join the thrill and excitement of thoroughbred racehorse ownership? Pewter Stable can get you started. With more than 25 years of experience under the leadership of Greg and Kate DeMasi, Pewter Stable is one of the industry's leaders in racing partnerships, winning hundreds of races and millions of dollars at racetracks all over the Mid-Atlantic, including New York. No markup, no management fees makes our partnerships unique and affordable. We are Pewter Stable.
Did you know the Pennsylvania horse racing industry provides health care and pensions for thousands of workers who in turn spend their income supporting local communities? And we do it with 0 tax dollars while creating tens of thousands of jobs.
Pennsylvania racing is back, and Wager Warriors wants to see you back in action. That's why each week we're offering a free past performance download for one of Pennsylvania's 6 racetracks. That's right, free PPs for a Pennsylvania track once a week. Get your free past performance download every week by visiting PennHorseRacing.com. Yes, racing is back in Pennsylvania. And if you want all the scoop on what's happening at the tracks, make sure you follow us on social media. It's a winner.
Standing at Diamond B Farm in Mooresville, Pennsylvania is Flashback, sire of Eclipse champion 2-year-old filly, British Idiom. And new for 2020 is Grade 1 Man o' War Stakes winner, Boisterous. New track record setter at Gulfstream, Social Inclusion. Grade 1 grandson of Stormcat, Talent Search. Graded placed Eastwood. And the outstanding sire, Uptown Charlie Brown. All standing at Diamond B Farm.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing. It's a time for our special feature segment this week, and it is a great pleasure to welcome in one of our local trainers here, Harry Weiner. Harry, you've had terrific success here at the track since we've come back off the break. Congratulations on that recent success. I want to talk about you as an early horseman. You started your career as a horseman back home in England, and a very interesting resume. Tell us a little bit about the beginning of your career.
Okay. Well, back home in England, I left school when I was 16 and I went into steeplechase racing with a trainer called Arthur W. Stevenson, who was one of the leading trainers back then. I started off as a groom. I had to rub 6 horses, and then I started galloping those 6 horses and schooling them over jumps. And then from there, I went and worked for Michael Dickinson, who was a very good trainer. And I did the same, groomed horses, exercised, and looked after them. And then I ended up riding my first race when I was 17 years old, over jumps for Michael Dickinson.
Wow. Over jumps, and we know those races go for a long, long time. That's got to be extremely demanding to be a steeplechase rider. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, it is. You got to be fit, and you know, and it's scary too, going into the first jump around 25, 30 miles an hour. My eyes were big, and the horse was taking off with me going into the jump, obviously. But it's, you know, but it's fun.
Harry, what made you decide to become a trainer? I know you came over here, you worked with Michael for a little while down at Fairhill, then you decided to become a trainer yourself.
Yes, well, actually, I worked with Michael for 3 years at Fairhill, and then I moved to Delaware, and I had a trainer out there, actually, a trainer called Billy Lewis, who was an Arabian trainer, and he said, if you get your weight down, I'll let you ride this Arabian. And I just thought, well, I've never rode the flats, you know, so it took me a year to get my weight down from 140 to 115. I did it, and I rode the Arabian, and I found it was fun, and I won the race. I won my first race on him. So then I just started riding the flats.
And then you became a horse trainer. What made you decide to get off the horses and start working with them?
Well, as a jockey, I wasn't really good. You know, I was weak all the time because I couldn't really keep my weight down. So then I just decided to become an exercise rider, which I was for Sam Cronk at Delaware for years. And then I left him and I went to Belmont to work out there, and I got offered a good assistant job with Mark Henning, who taught me a lot. And then I worked for him for like 4 years, and then I went out on my own.
Now, I know you've had a lot of neat horses, Harry, and I wrote about it this week on Let'sGoRacingParks.com, but one particularly close to your heart is My Best Friend, the filly. She raced at Aqueduct in January of 2019. That didn't race for 18 months. Tell us our story.
Well, I raced her at Aqueduct then, and unfortunately, she was like 10 in front, turning for home. Looked like she was going to win on the wraps, and she spiral fractured her cannon bone on the shin, and pulled up lame. So we had to lay her up for that amount of time.
And then she came back here at Parks. What was that race like when she came back here a couple weeks ago? And
oh man, that was unbelievable. I was so emotional after the race, I started crying. That was like winning a Grade 1 when I was with Mark Henning. I mean, that was unbelievable.
Now, Harry, when you finally made the decision to turn your career here to become a local trainer, what factored into the decision to settle in here at Parks?
Parks, I've always liked racing here. I rode here when I was a jockey, a few races, and I like the environment here, and it's year-round. And my family lives in New Jersey, so it's just easier for me to be here. And I like the money here, and I like the people.
And why are you so hot right now? You came back scorching hot.
Why am I so hot? I don't know. I think God's on my side right now, with the racing gods, and I think the break helped these horses tremendously. You know, because we race all year round, and the horses are running a lot. So I think definitely the break helped them.
Well, Harry, he had 2 wins on a day last week, followed that right up with another double back-to-back, and he got 2 contenders here today. We wish you the best of luck and continued success here. And just to give you a little heads up as we move on to the program, you are our trainer of the week this week. So congratulations and continued success.
Thank you.
Fans, Harry Weiner, one of the great guys at our backstretch. Let's get to our national coverage now. It's brought to you by Chapman Auto Group. Unless our emblem is on the back of your car or truck, you probably paid too much. Well, we start our national coverage at Keeneland with the Grade 2 Bluegrass Stakes. The 3-year-olds at 1 mile and 1/8 for a purse of $600,000. Dick, and again, we have the Derby points in play.
Yeah, we do.
Well, let's take a look at the favorite, number 7, Swiss Skydiver. She's 2-1 for trainer Kenny McPeak, and I say she. Dick, it's unusual to see a filly run in the Bluegrass Stakes. In fact, in history, how many fillies have won the Bluegrass Stakes?
0, but only 1 has ever even run in it.
Yeah, so
it's crazy.
It's unusual that, Kenny McPeak, again, the trainer now, she has won 3 straight graded stakes at 3 different tracks. So her form carries to, across the country.
Right, so she's already got enough points for the Oaks, obviously, and Kenny's thinking, hey, why not take a shot? Let's see what happens. If she wins, she'll have enough points for the Derby, and then I'll be able to evaluate whether I think I want her to go in that race or the Oaks. So if you're going to run the filly against Colts, this is the right time.
Second choice here, number 3, Art Collector, who's 2-1 for trainer Tom Drury, a son of Bernardini, rode an easy lead to a career best last time out.
Yeah, this horse, Big Keith, when you watch his tapes, the last 3 races, each one has been dazzlingly impressive, and the last one, as you said, a big speed figure, 100. Tommy Drury's been training for 30 years. He's never won a graded stakes race.
Can Swiss Skydiver make history? Let's take a look at the Grade 2 Bluegrass Stakes.
Back up front, Swiss Skydiver outward from the rail. The filly has the lead a half length up the backstretch now. Chivalry second, Art Collector third. It was 23.25 seconds, the time for the opening quarter. Man in the Can is between horses fourth. Basin fifth on his outside. Rushy out in the center of the track in sixth, just over 5 lengths off the lead. Attachment rate moves up 2 positions from 7th into 5th against the rail, but will need more running room from there. 4 lengths from the front, and then comes Mr. Big News. The opening half mile went in 46.61 seconds. Swiss Skydiver to the outside, leads at a half length. Chivalry's second, Art Collector third. Rushy picks up the leaders in fourth, but has to angle wide. 3 lengths off the lead, 2 lengths off the lead. Swiss Skydiver leads it. Art Collector just off her flank in second. Rushy third, still 2 lengths off the leader around the far turn. Then a gap of 5 back to Chivalry. Finnick the Fierce tries to get going to the outside of Attachment Rate. They turn for home. Swiss Skydiver the leader. Art Collector trying to reel her in from the outside. These two side by side. Coming to the 8th pole in the Toyota Bluegrass. Swiss Skydiver fighting on. Art Collector is right there. Art Collector ahead in front. A half length to the good. 16th pole. Art Collector. Brian Hernandez Jr. to win the Toyota Bluegrass.
Well, Dick, Swiss Skydiver ran a terrific race, but unfortunately she ran into a buzzsaw named Art Collector, who came from just off it to go on to win by 3.5 lengths, $6.60 to win. And Dick, how good is Art Collector?
Yeah, I think he's one of the major players. I'd make him no worse than 3rd choice for the Derby at this point, Keith. This is a 104 buyer. He obviously runs well at Churchill. He's done well there. the trainer, as I said, Tommy Drury never won a graded stake, but it's not because he wasn't a good trainer. He's 25%. He's been 25% for years, and he's finally got a really, really good horse, and he's done a great job with him. And you'll appreciate this story. Before the race, I sent a text to a buddy of mine in Vegas. I said, hey, you might want to take a look at this horse. I really like him. He texted me back. He says, yeah, I can get 25 to 1 on him in the Derby. You want some? I said, yes, I do. After they crossed the finish line, 8 to 1. So we got him at the right time.
Dick, he's got the pedigree. Son of Bernini, he's got that great just off the pace style, so he's got a lot going for him right now as he heads toward Churchill Downs.
Yeah, I mean, Tis the Law's the favorite, assuming he wins the Travers, and we'll see what happens this weekend with a Haskell. But yeah, I think this horse is no worse than third choice at the moment.
Well, let's keep it at Keeneland here for the Grade 1 Madison. It's the fillies and mares at 7/8 for $250,000. The favorite, number 5, Guarana, gets bet down to 1 to 2 for some guy named Chad Brown. Dick, a multiple Grade 1 winner in just 5 career starts. In fact, she only has 1 defeat in her career. Where might that be?
It might have been here last September, I think it's saying, when she ran really well. It wasn't like she didn't run well. It's been his second, but Chad Brown, Keith, it's at the point now where he gets overbet in every race, but bet against them at your own race.
There you go. Second choice, number 8, Bells the One, is 4 to 1 for Neil Pessin, coming off a career best, and she has already shown that she likes Keeneland.
Yeah, no, she does, but she's kind of got the wrong style because she's going to have to come from further back against some really good fillies in here with speed.
Yeah, she's a late runner. Dick, Guarana is 1 to 2. Let's get the call at the Madison.
Guarana is the leader by 3/4 of a length. Mia Mischief second as they move on to the far turn by a length. Amy's Challenge third up on the outside. Wildwood's Beauty is fourth back toward the rail. Bell's the 1 fifth is nearly 5 lengths off the lead. Then Unique Factor in sixth. Sally's Curlin angles wide in seventh. Has some running to do, 8 lengths off the lead. Long way back to Diamond Crazy to the top of the stretch. Guarana the leader by a length. Mia Mischief second, a length and a half to Wildwood's Beauty to the inside. Amy's Challenge on the outside. Unique Factor, then Bell's the 1 back toward the inside. Sally's Curlin still far back. Mia Mischief has taken the lead at the 8th pole. Mia Mischief with Guarana trying to respond to the inside. Final furlong of the Madison. Mia Mischief and Guarana. What a battle in the Grade 1 Madison. Guarana fighting back.
Well, Dick, Guarana in a major tussle here. No surprise that Steve Asmussen has Mia Mischief geared up for a big race, and she runs a big one. She looks like she's going to beat Guarana. But Dick, Guarana fought back. She would not be denied. She won by a half length and paid $3 to win. And Dick, you talk about grit and determination. That was Guarana.
Yeah, look, Chad wins when he's supposed to win, and sometimes he wins when he looks like he has to lose. And that race, no way Guarana wins that race at the 8th pole. And she came back, and Chad is loaded in all divisions, in all places, except for the 3-year-old colts. He doesn't really have anything.
And Dick, Guarana still only has 1 defeat in her career, and I got to call it. Dick, let's keep it at Keeneland for another Grade 1 race. It's the Grade 1 Ashland. It's the 3-year-old fillies at 1 bob at 1/16 for $400,000. Number 2, Venetian Harbor, gets bet down to 3 to 5 for trader Richard Baltus. Dick, she is fast. It looks like she has an opportunity to get loose on the lead.
Yeah, she's certainly loose on the lead in this spot, and the last time she got beat, it was by Swiss Skydiver, so you know we know how good she is. So no disgrace to be second. She's a heavy choice again here.
Second choice here, number 3, Bonnie South, is 7 to 2 for trader Brad Cox. Now, Dick, she looks like she's a little short on the numbers, but she was a 6 to 1 winner last time out in the Grade 2 Fairgrounds Oaks.
Right, I think they're betting the trainer, Brad Cox, which I understand, because she hasn't even gotten to a 90 yet, and it's certainly going to take way higher than that to win this race.
That's another Grade 1. Here's the Ashland. Let's get the call. Well, Dick, you talk about good trainers. As you mentioned, Brad Cox, a guy who I don't think gets enough pub is Michael McCarthy out on the West Coast. Number 6, Speech, ends up going off at 4-1, draws away to win by 3, pays $10 to win. Dick, at her last 2 starts, she was second to Gamine, she was second to Swiss Skydiver, and you get 4-1 here.
Yeah, it was, in retrospect, it was a heck of a price. Look, I understand why Venetian Harbor was a big favorite. Maybe shouldn't have been that big, and Speech ran huge here to win by 3, and you're right about Michael. He was a longtime assistant to Todd Pletcher. He's been in California now. He has a lot of nice horses, and he does a lot of good things with them.
Well, time to head to our next break. We come back here on Let's Go Racing, our jockey and trainer of the week. I think I tipped my hand a few minutes ago, but we'll be back with that and more after this.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing, the jockey and trainer of the week, brought to you by the Turning for Home program. Turning for Home, log on to their website at turningforhome.org. Dick Young, Anthony Nunez had a terrific week here, a double, sprinkled in a couple of other victories as well. So he is riding well, probably the best so far in his career. Anthony Nunez is our jockey of the week, and Dick, like I said, tipped my hand. Our guy Harry Weiner had a terrific week last week, and his barn comes out of the break, and he is hot.
Yeah, as you said, 2 doubles in 2 days. That's a heck of a thing. And that's not the only race. He's won. He run a race up in New York, too.
And good to see it happen to a good guy like Harry. Dick, let's get to race recap brought to you by Peter Stable. Log on to their website at peterstable.com and become an owner today. Back to Keeneland for the Grade 1 Jenny Wiley. Fillies and mares on the grass at 1 mile and 1/16 for $350,000. Number 4, Rushing Fall, 4 to 5 her. That guy Chad Brown, a 4-time Grade 1 winner. In fact, Dick, back in 2017 won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Filly Turf, and she's going to get it done again today.
Yeah, she actually ran a bad race last October, like something was wrong, and he up and off the board. Chad gave her time. This is her second race back, perfect position. She always looked like the winner. She's now won a Grade 1, Keith, at 2, 3, 4, and 5.
$3.60 to win on Rushing Fall. Finally up to Belmont Park. It's the Grade 2 Ruffian featuring 1 to 5 favorite Monomoy Girl. And Dick, Monomoy Girl has put together a pretty darn good resume.
She is a neck, Keith, as she's going to win this race pretty comfortably. A neck away from being 13 for 13, first to the wire. She, of course, was DQ'd here in the Cotillion a couple of years ago. But yeah, she was just a spectacular horse. It was unfortunate that they ran the Ruffian the same day as they ran the Delaware Handicap. Yeah, so we ended up with 11 horses in 2 races.
Right.
And maybe they could have spread them out, but that's horse racing for you.
Well, Dick, Ion Racing, as we talked about at the top of the show, it's a big day at Monmouth Park. We opened Saratoga Del Mar. We got the Haskell, the United Nations Coaching Club American Oaks. It's a great weekend.
It is a great weekend, and the Haskell specifically for the locals. NY Traffic, originally trained by our man Harry Weiner here at Parks, owned by John Finelli and Chuck Zachney and Glenn Bennett, and trains down at Gulfstream Park now with Saffy Joseph, of course, was here with Math Wizard. So he will be the one, everybody, we're looking at around here, because they want to get him to the first Saturday in September. I'm still having trouble saying that for the Kentucky Derby.
Want to wrap it up with news and notes?
Let's do it.
We'll be right back after this.
He's a winner. He's a champion. He's an icon. He's a legend. And now he's back in Pennsylvania. Smarty Jones, Kentucky Derby winner, Preakness Stakes winner, standing at Equistar in Annville, Pennsylvania. The quintessential Pennsylvania bred has returned. Smarty Jones is back home. Please call Rodney Eckenrode or visit EquistarTrainingandBreeding.com.
What does Chapman's 7 locations and 10 car brands mean to you? It means a huge selection of quality pre-owned vehicles, all makes and models, many one-owner, low-mileage certified with miles of factory warranty remaining. Safety checked, meticulously detailed, and each come with a free Carfax report so you can buy with complete confidence at any Chapman Auto store near you. Or shop online anytime at ChapmanPreowned.com.
If our emblem is not on your car or truck, you probably did pay too much.
Racehorses are pampered,
treated with care, and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
and they do right by us.
The hard-working folks
who proudly earn our living
in Pennsylvania's horse racing
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
But it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs.
Jobs, and billions in economic impact each year.
All across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back, everyone, to Parks Racing for Let's Go Racing News and Notes. Of course, our final segment is brought to you by the Granny Fund. Get involved with that continued education of the folks on the backstretch and do it with the Granny Fund. He's Bruce Casella, Dick Girardi, Keith Jones, and Dick, we mentioned Ion Racing. Del Mar is back, of course, the San Diego Handicap, and that's going to feature Maximum Security. The last time we saw Maximum Security reeling in a pretty big purse out in Saudi Arabia. And, of course, hasn't raced since, now in the barn of Bob Baffert.
It has not, and each of the works have been a little better. Keith, I didn't like how he was working at the beginning, but now he looks like a Baffert horse. He'll obviously be a huge favorite. Now, Louis Santos was going to ride this horse,
right,
but he got COVID-19, so he's out for quarantining.
Right.
And Abel Cedillo is a young, very talented Southern California rider who has no national profile, will get his first big rate chance in the spotlight on today with Maximum Security.
Abel Cedillo.
Yeah, very talented rider.
Yep.
Everybody got a chance to see him today.
Dick, you mentioned that Flavian Pratt might have had a chance to get them out, but he is also out with COVID-19, and that would have been very ironic, as you mentioned, to be off the air.
Indeed. Of course, Maximum Security got DQ'd at the Derby last year, and who got put up? Country House and Flavian Pratt, who was the leading rider in Southern California.
Well, come out, enjoy the live racing, and enjoy all of that great simulcasting right here at Parks. And again, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, live racing on here at 12:55, and we will see you again next week right here on Let's Go Racing.